Hi friends, today in reading our objectives are we will review figurative language and I will sort sentences based on the type of figurative language of onomatopoeia, personification, or simile. And at the end, I will also explain the meaning of one of the light bulbs that has either a simile, personification, or onomatopoeia. All right, but before we get started on all of our figurative language, I wanted to go over your unwrap strategy one more time. Now, if you attend your Google Meet with Ms. Hook this afternoon at 2 o'clock, she will also be going over all of this with you so you can check your work, okay? So I really suggest that you get onto your 2 o'clock Google Meet today, okay? So our unwrap strategies are, first we underline our title, number our paragraphs, walk through the passage, read the article, answer your questions, and then prove your answers. Now, when we get to this underline and the numbering of the paragraphs, usually the paragraphs are already numbered for you, usually, not all the time. And when you underline your title, that should already be a clue for you to start labeling all of your text features, which is part of your W of walking through the passage. So as you go through your passages, you should be looking for those photos or illustrations, any headings or titles, maps, finding your bold print words that are going to be important for vocabulary. Okay, so you will have, remember that if it does have a heading or a title, those are super important because they're about to tell you what the passage or what that section is going to be about. On top of walking through the passage of All right, so it's time to review your figurative language. So yesterday you were supposed to try to figure out if the sentence you were reading was a simile, a metaphor, personification, or onomatopoeia. Now we're just going to go over what those mean really quickly and go over about a couple of your test cards from yesterday, and then you are going on your own to finish your assignment. So remember that similes and metaphors are very similar because they are both comparing two things. The only difference is that a simile has to use the words like or as, and a metaphor is not using like or as. It's saying that one thing is another thing. Okay, so very similar. They're comparing two things, just one uses like or as. Personification gives non-human objects human characteristics. So what that means is that an object is going to act like a person or have feelings like a person. Okay, so if that object in your sentence is showing feeling that only a person can have, then it is personification. If an object is doing something that only a human person can, then it's still personification. All right. Onomatopoeias are just your sound words, words that indicate a sound is being made. Okay. So it's not always going to be pow, bam. It could be things like shushed because you can hear what it's going to sound like, or click, clack. You know what that sound is making. Okay. So let's go over a couple of the ones that you had yesterday. Billy will cry if you pop his balloon. First thing I should be asking myself is, do I have anything that I'm comparing Billy to? No, Billy is not being compared to anybody. So I know similes and metaphors, it can't be it. Now, is something acting
Personification, personification, making something come alive with the words that you provide in situations. Personification, take something that you're saying and it acts just like a person. The flowers danced in the wind, but they don't dance even if they had the chance, but they move together like a dancer with a partner. It's a nice way of saying what the flowers were doing today. Personification, personification, making something come alive with the words that you provide in situations. Personification, take something that you're saying and it acts just like a person. The city I live in never sleeps, but who would have said that the city goes to bed? And I think you'll agree how big that bed would be, and it's a way to write down that there's always some people around. The wind sang through the trees, means that there was a breeze. The Personification, personification, making something come alive with the words that you provide in situations. Personification, take something that you're saying and it acts just like a person. Take something that you're saying and it acts just like a person.
Crash, bash, boom, pow. What was that sound? Rumble, growl, slurp, smack. Did you hear that? What's that? Onomatopoeia. Oink, neigh, woof, meow. What was that sound? Slap, flick, swoosh, whack. Did you hear that? What's that? Onomatopoeia. Their words imitate sounds. Listen, they are all around. Sniff, cough, chew, ow. What was that sound? Vroom, honk, screech, crack. Did you hear that? What's that? Onomatopoeia. What's that? Onomatopoeia. What's that? Onomatopoeia. What's that? Onomatopoeia.
In this video, we are going to learn about similes. This is going to be so awesome. But first, we want to hear from you. Inara and Inaya, ages 6 and 5 from Puerto Rico, said, "We loved the hurricane video. We are glad you enjoyed the video. They are fascinating forces of nature to learn about, aren't they?" We also heard from 9-year-old Jacoby from Atlanta who said, "I love your videos and I love Mr. Whiskers. Thank you for being such a big fan, Jacoby." Very cool. Be sure and watch this video to the end to learn how you too could be featured on one of our videos. Well, as we mentioned earlier, in this video we are going to learn about similes. Similes are a lot of fun to use. In fact, you probably already use similes, maybe even without realizing it. You might be wondering, what are similes? How could I have used them if I don't even know what they are? Similes are actually a way of
Hi, third graders. We are going to do something else with our narrative poems today. You have really been spending a lot of time on these, and yesterday you got to go on to Flipgrid and you got to record yourself presenting this poem that you've been working so hard on. And I watched them. You guys did a great job. You guys, it was really fun to get to watch and listen to you present your poems. Today, we're going to practice another feature in Flipgrid with our poems. This time, you're going to get to watch and listen to some of your friends' narrative poetry presentations. So today, we will view poetry presentations of our classmates, and you will use Flipgrid to comment on 2 classmates' poem presentations. So let's take a look at that in a little bit more detail. So let's look at your commenting that you're going to do. There's a couple things I want you to remember that it's very important when we are commenting on our friends' narrative poetry. Remember, everyone worked so hard on this. Poetry can be a hard thing, right? It can be a difficult thing to do. Some people it comes so easily to, and other people it's a little bit more difficult for. I'm one of those people that is a little bit harder for me to to create poetry. So remember, when you're doing your comments, all of your comments will be encouraging, positive comments, okay? Think about the things that you might want to hear from your friends about your poetry, right? We want to really encourage each other and help each other and point out the great things that we did in these presentations and with this narrative poetry. So remember, all of the comments that you leave will be encouraging, positive comments for your classmates. First, you're going to select a presentation that has no comments yet to view and leave a comment. Then select any other presentation to view and comment about, okay? So your first one is you're going to look and find someone who doesn't have a comment yet, and you're going to leave a comment for them. We want to make sure everybody gets a comment, right? And there's so many of you that there's a lot of presentations on there. We don't want anybody's to get skipped over accidentally. So make sure you find someone that doesn't have a comment yet for your first comment, okay? Then your second comment, you can choose any other presentation to view and make another comment on, okay? All right, so how are we going to make these comments? How does this work? Well, let's look at that. So you're going to use that same link. We're going to go to Flipgrid. You will see, look at that. There's all the presentations of you and your friends, okay? You're going to select a presentation and you are going to view it. So let's see. I'm going to select, Skylar has a part 1 and a part 2. I remember. I'm not sure which one was part 1, but we'll pick one of Skylar's.
Now Santa needs to go. We are done saying our hello. How he said he still needed to.
Okay. Once we're going to pretend, Skylar, that I've listened to the whole presentation that you did, right? And now I'm ready to make a comment. You can see here that it has 0 comments, okay? So I know that that's a good one for me to start with. If I scroll down, I see where it says add a text comment, or I see a little camera where I can record a comment. You can do either one. So you can type in here and say something by typing to them, or you can click the camera and record your comment. When you click the camera and record your comment, it comes up just like yesterday. So you would click the camera, it'll count down. You can record and leave whatever message that you want for them. Then when you're done, you'll click down. You can record and leave whatever message you want, but we need to make sure that you comment on it.
The baking disaster. Hours before the guests arrive, the house is filled with smoke. Oh no, Christmas is ruined. What do I do? The Christmas tree so bright and jolly, the window so crisp and foggy. But the pie, oh no, what do I do? The cherries are like coal, so hard and black. Then I heard a knock. The guests are here. Oh no! I opened the door, and there they were. Brownies with red and green sprinkles. The smoke is gone, and the house smells like Christmas. The night so jolly, the baking disaster forgotten.
Sunday was a fun day. Me and my dad went fishing, but something was missing.
The baking disaster. Hours before the guests arrived, the house is filled with smoke. The guests arrived, the house is filled with the baking disaster.
Hello, Miss Hook. Today I'm going to be telling
The baking disaster. Hours before the guests arrive, the house is filled with smoke. Oh no, Christmas is ruined. What do I do? The Christmas tree so bright and jolly, the window so crisp and foggy. But the pie, oh no, what do I do? The cherries are like coal, so hard and black. Then I heard a knock. The guests are here. Oh no! I opened the door, and there they were. Brownies with red and green sprinkles. The smoke is gone, and the house smells like Christmas. The night so jolly, the baking disaster forgotten.
Hi, third grade scientists. Today is Wednesday, December 16th, and let's take a look at what we're going to be doing in science today. Today we will investigate the 3 R's. And you will design a poster promoting either reducing the use of resources, reusing everyday items, or the 3 R's. And you will design a poster promoting either reducing the use of resources, reusing everyday items, or recycling. I want you to take a minute and turn and talk to a neighbor about this. If you're in person, talk to someone around you. If you are a remote learner, talk to your sibling, your parents, your pet, your stuffed animal. Do you